Okay, good evening, everyone. The much awaited show is here today. Moment of Truth with Omobumhe Bob-Manuel Umoru. And I'm live on studio with the Mega Comrade. By the special grace of God, today, like we promised last week, we'll be discussing and bringing to bear issues happening in Owan. And for those of us who are students of politics and who follow up with the development in Oyo State, you would understand that Owan has two local governments. And these two local governments form a constituency at the Federal House of Representatives, which means we have the Owan Federal Constituency. So we have Owan East and we have Owan West. And the good people of Owan have a very long and interesting historical background that dated even before the colonial era. So they are not new people to our political space, neither are they new in Africa. And they have a very rich and robust cultural heritage that you would want to learn from. And what this interview is aiming at is not to go into culture and tradition, but to expose to the world and to the good people of Oyo State what every local government is passing through at this present government Obaseki administration, the good and the bad. And we do this with a view of letting the society know that we all are accountable for whatever is happening or bedeviling every phase of our society. Today, we are going to talk about Owan East and Owan West.
Okay, God bless you as you are watching. This is Mega Comrade, Moment of Truth with Comrade Bob-Manuel. Fortunately, we have a limited time. We are not going to be long. We're going to spend 30 minutes on this show today. Makate, I see you. So we have to make it up to you by tomorrow. So we are going to be talking about Owan West and other things today in about 30 minutes. So, meanwhile, I want you to go ahead and share this video. Okay, first of all, can you tell us a general overview of Owan as a whole?
Well, the general overview of Owan politically now, as the society is concerned, the two Owans are in a very, very deplorable state. By infrastructural decadence and, of course, economic hardship. And again, insecurity is also on the high increase. And the good people of Owan, like we know, the two Owans have always participated in political development. They have never protested against any government. They have never at any point said, okay, we are going to protest our vote by not coming out in this electioneering and to vote. And particularly, Edo 2020, they were very, very instrumental to bringing in Governor Godwin Obaseki. I would say that Governor Godwin Obaseki won Owan West hands down, and Owan East, it was a close one. So the good people of Owan, by their own participation, they have given in the best to every government, both from 1999 to date. They have always participated. But what really is surprising now is that why is Owan still the way it is with all the promises made by Governor Godwin Obaseki? Why is it that the development in Owan can only be dated back to when Comrade Adams Oshiomhole was governor? Why is it that the good people of Owan are witnessing power outage? Why are there bad roads? Why is the governor telling the people that I am wait and see, and there's not a single project of his within Owan? So again, if you look at the infrastructural development, education is the schools are down. Which is educational facilities are down. Roads are deplorable state. No good hospital. No pipe-borne water, among many other things. And yet, year in, year out, these people give their support to the government of the day. These people are instrumental to bringing in a very good government or a person that they believe would be able to ameliorate their pain. However, these persons who are now saddled with this responsibility turn out to be the pain on their neck or I will give you, it's not just only the governor that has failed. The man representing them at the Federal House of Representatives, Professor Julius Ihonvere. Of course, we had Pariwiase before now. Also has responsibility because both the Federal House of Representatives member and the senator who form to be the national member who are also benefiting by supposed to bring in what we call constituency project. If the senator is bringing a constituency project and the House of Reps is bringing a constituency project and the governor also is bringing, we would have a better one. But as it is now, life in Owan is so deplorable and looks like hell.
Wow. Well, let's move to the next things we're going to talk about. As you all understand, we are fighting with the time here. If I can ask you, what are the present state of Owan in terms of infrastructure and development? What have you able to find out about Owan in terms of infrastructure? If they have any?
Of infrastructure. Infrastructure, maybe I will pick the one after the other.
Yes.
It is so down. It is so down. You remember when Comrade Omobumhe was the governor of Oyo State, it came with what we had the Red Roof Revolution. And we believe that government is continuity. We believe that Governor Obaseki, being an offspring or a protege of Comrade Omobumhe, was supposed to continue governance in that direction. But how be it? When Comrade Omobumhe left, the state at which it left the development in Owan land, both east and west, is here we still have it. For example, the Red Roof Revolution, you wouldn't expect that a building that was built or painted in 5 years ago or renovated 5 years ago to still be the same way it is now. And most of those projects Governor Adams did, he did them at his first tenure. Then faced other sites at his second tenure. During the campaign, and he made a lot of.
We have a network problem here. Go ahead and continue.
Okay. And he made a lot of promises that he was going to do X, Y, Z as far as infrastructure. For education, I remember particularly because I was on that campaign, we talked about Michael Imodu College of Education, which is at Owan East in Afuze. The governor made a lot of promises. He was going to transform. Lecturers are going to respond immediately. Give me 1 month, they will start, they will get back. I've done this. As it is now, which was about the period between June and September last year, during the campaign and the election. This is October. Nothing is being done. Nothing is being done. That is an institution that is supposed to build future leaders, an institution that is supposed to groom people who will take up the governance of not just Owan, not just Edo, not just Oyo State, but who also contribute to the advancement of Nigeria. That institution is down. There are communities in Owan that don't have secondary school. I'll give you an example. Urwe in Owan West doesn't have a secondary school. They have a primary school that is dilapidated at the point of collapse. The governor promised that he was going to ensure that those facilities come back to life, and I was going to build a new secondary school for them. And that he was going to build a new secondary school for them. He said he was going to build a new secondary school. He was going to put the primary school in place. He was going to do X, Y, Z. None of these promises were made. As it is, if I read one particular, let me read one particular, one of the commentators who sent me a private message. Because during that campaign, a lot of them said a lot, and the person said, please, anytime you are on air, I want you to quote me. If I read out what that person wrote, you will feel the pain, the anger, the anguish at which he's relating. He kept calling. He said, how are we going to get secondary school? I'm not talking a community that has 5,000 population. Urwe is just in between 20,000 to 50,000 population. And when we talk of election, there's a blog post there that the governor also inherited, which brought him to office. Now the pain is, why promise these people X, Y, Z, and you didn't even fulfill it? Why promise them X, Y, Z, and it was not fulfilled? Now, let me just quickly get that statement and read it out to your hearing, sir. You would be shocked. Okay, this is the message the person sent to me. He said, Mr. Bob, please quote me anywhere, sir. Obaseki and Saibu, you are a total failure to yourself and your generation. Your children will be meant to hide their faces in shame if within the remaining period that remains, you don't hearken to the poor, rightful citizens who voted you in power. By this, he was talking about Ore people. Ore people cried. When the governor met with the community header, he said, what do you people want? They specified. They said, please build a secondary school for us. And I think it's a simple request. Help us renovate our educational infrastructure. Those are the things these people ask. If they have asked for, oh, give us 50 million, oh, give us this, give us that. Look at the simple thing they ask to benefit their children. And then they said, we cannot reach out to our children who are outside this place. The network is bad. Each time they want to check on us, they want to call on us, the network is bad. I was there. The governor made a promise. He said, I will call XYZ Communications to come and invest. And by coming, they will bring their mask and I will connect you people. He made those things. He even promised that he was going to talk to banks to come and site their branches in this particular village or clan as it is. But up to now, nothing is done. These people don't have access to good water. They don't have access to good water. There is no pipe-borne water. And then Edo State has a ministry called the Ministry of Water Resources. And it has a commissioner who was there for 4 good years. Now that commissioner is coming in again. He has been reappointed, and may I inform you, sir, the House of Assembly has cleared him, meaning that he's going to resume again as a commissioner. That was somebody who did not produce water for his own community people. The same commissioner, I remember, as I'm speaking now, those sons and daughters will remember that in Esako East, again, to be precise, the same commissioner went to a church with the deputy governor, and the deputy governor promised the church, we are going to give you a borehole. Meanwhile, the commissioner for water resources was sitting there when the promise was made. As we speak, maybe the church will get a cup of water tomorrow, we don't know. Now you want to go and give a church a borehole where the entire community does not have one. So then it begins to behold on us the pains and the pangs of neglect that the Owan people are passing through. If a commissioner could not give his own people water, do you expect him to go to Owan and give water? And the same man is returned again as commissioner. Now, no miracle has happened that, okay, the Owan people now have water in excess or anything. It means that in the next 3 years that Obaseki has to stay, they will still have to suffer for water except spirited individual come on board. The person who sent me that message, the reason he sent me, he was starting with me. He said, can we reach out to multinational organizations? Can we reach out to NGOs and beg them to come and give us secondary school? He said our people, we are too large to be trekking or going distance for secondary school. He said now our children have to leave home. By home, now he's talking to their community. So go and reside in another place, another land, for them to be able to get secondary education. It's as bad as that. And yet, the people have a governor who said, I am wait and see. Again, I want to bring again, before I leave that infrastructural development. Presently, as we speak, the first lady of Edo State is organized a football competition. And by football competition, a very close ally told me, he said it was purported or alleged that they invested 200 million to organize a sports festival. That is football competition. I will tell you that, yes, that was what they said. They alleged they spent, they budgeted 200 for this. Now, if it was alleged, or they said they purportedly said they budgeted 200 million. 200 million spent in Owan federal constituency, that is west and east. You are going to have a whole lot of revamping of old infrastructures back to life. It means you will give all people secondary school, you will be able to fix light, you will be able to fix roads, you will be able to do a lot of things. 200 million is not 20 naira, it's not 200,000, and it is not 2 million naira. We need a million naira in 200 places. So then it begins to behold from us that what is the priority that these people are placing on life and governance? That is for the education aspect of it. The people don't have access to good roads. The roads that you are seeing in Owan, both east and west, whether they are new or they are old, they are NDDC projects. They are NDDC projects. Governor Godwin Obaseki, the people said I should quote them and I should tell the governor to come to Owan and ask them, why are you people lying against me? And I know I traveled that route a lot, and I know that I was in that particular place. Owan itself doesn't have roads built by Governor Obaseki. Owan itself has not enjoyed anything called the benefits of governance except for campaign from Governor Godwin Obaseki. And meanwhile, 4 years is gone. The 5th year is on counting. By November 12th, just a month's time, November 12th will be counting 5 years in office. So the people of Owan is going to be 5 useless years in office because they did not get anything out of that particular government that we are discussing now. Do we stop at that alone? The answer is no. We go to electricity. As I speak to you, the two Owan for the past 5 years under the watch of Governor Godwin Obaseki have been having issue with electricity. There are communities that have not seen electricity from the beginning of this year. Not that it was zinc. They've not seen a glimpse of light, except for generator. Except for those of them who are well buoyant enough to get solar system to run or power their houses. But for the entire people of Owan, as far as 5 years ago, they've not been stable electricity supply. I was there. The people who are watching now, if they want to be sincere to themselves or sincere to God and to man, they would agree with me that Governor Godwin Obaseki promised the people that he was going to ensure that he fast-tracked the provision of electricity to every community, and areas that have transformers that are destroyed or dilapidated, he is going to replace them. None of those promises have been met within the past 1 year or almost a year in office. Mathematically, it's 1 year because it's already above, it's already 10 months or and above. So these are the issues the people of Owan are facing.
Wow. Well, unfortunately, we are out of time here. We have a few minutes left. This is a sneak peek of what you're going to see on Moment of Truth with Comrade Bob-Manuel. What we're going to do, we have to make it up tomorrow, if that's possible, to talk about this Owan. And I promise that we're going to be on air earlier than the time we normally say. So what we're going to do, this is really, really sad. We have a lot we need to talk about. Unfortunately, time is against us. I have to go to work. And Comrade is going to be here tomorrow. We are going to do this on one thing tomorrow. And I guarantee you we're going to do it by 4:30 p.m. Nigeria time. 4:30 p.m. In order, people are saying put your number so that they can call in. MEGACOMRADE put their number. Unfortunately, I have to go to work. So tomorrow we are going to talk about it. We want everyone to share this video. Invite the people of Owan. Let the good people of Owan understand that tomorrow is tomorrow. That will be October 6th. Wednesday, October 6th by 4:30 p.m. Nigeria time. That would be 5:30 European time. And that is going to be 10:30 a.m. in America, in Dallas, Texas time. So, Comrade, go ahead and speak your language and invite your people to watch tomorrow.
Well, for the good people of Oyo State, Afema, I greet all of you. It's not about me. It's not about personal. It's not a personal fight. Neither is it a personal tussle. I was part of those who I was instrumental to the election of Governor Godwin Obaseki. I owe it first as a duty, as a Nigerian, I owe it as a duty first to be patriotic to the state before any other affiliations. The people of Owan deserve a very good life. I'm not going to speak for the people of Owan alone. We are going to speak for every son and daughter of Edo origin. like we agree with the mega comrade, we'll be taking it local government by local government. And we always believe in unionism, and mega comrade we have found to it that we said an injury to one is an injury to all. If we say we are not interested in the development of Owan, we are not interested in the development of Esako, we are not interested in the development of Akoko Edo or the development of every other part. Don't forget, whatever affects Esako affects Afema. We affect the entire Edo State. If there's no peace in Afema today, there will be no peace in the whole of Edo State. You take, for example, the kidnapping. It's happening just on Benin RT Expressway, but it's affecting the whole world, the whole of us. Our brothers and sisters abroad cannot come home because of that fear. Those in Lagos, those in Port Harcourt, those in Abuja, they are scared of following the road. Everybody is on flight. Money that is supposed to save and even extend to family members is now going to be used to book for tickets, among others. And tomorrow, like Mega Comrade have said, I will make myself available as quickly as possible, and I will leave office on time, and I will be home. And if I'm in the office, the facilities are there for me to key in. We are going to tell you about Sobe Farm, particularly with all the promises and all that the governor has said. Sobe Farm, I mean Sobe Rice Farm. So those of you who have been eating Sobe Rice, who have been eating Sobe Rice, or you have been bagging Sobe Rice and you have been exporting them abroad, we will tell you how the farm came about, the location of the farm, and how far it has gone.
No,
and,
don't say much. Don't say much tomorrow. My good people of Afema, I want you all to watch. Tomorrow is going to be Afema, and we are going to go local government by local government, like you said. Unfortunately, Mega Comrade, this is my fault. I have to go to work. I took responsibility of it, you know. Him himself, he work. We have to be able to balance our time, because the time I go to work is the time he's coming from work. So we have to be able to bridge it. You know, we got to feed our family. So that being said, we love you. We'll see you all tomorrow. Comrade, I'll see you tomorrow. So you all need to be sharing video faster and faster. So that is it. I love you all. Subscribe to PFM YouTube channel. Go ahead, Mario.
Okay, and Mega Comrade, for those of them who would want to be stooges and feel they want to defend their boss, they should bring evidence and claim to say whatever we are saying is not true. And I will tell them that the good people of Owan have told them, say to the as you can, and let's have the governor defend himself. It's right time the governor will give them what rightfully belongs to them. The billions is there to solve their problem. We are going to spend it. Tomorrow, we are going to expose more. God bless every one of you.
All right.
Bless Mega Comrade.
All right. Thank you all. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you. God bless everyone. Bye.